Is she gonna make it?
I don't know.
But didn't you write her code?
Some of it. But the rest is just beyond me.
She's an ISO.
ISO?
A whole new life form. Korra is the last ISO.
And you created them?
They manifested like a flame. They weren't really from anywhere. The conditions were right, and they came into being. For centuries, we've dreamed of a pure existence beyond our own. I found them in here, like flowers in a wasteland. They were spectacular. Everything I'd hoped to find in the system. Control, order, perfection. None of it meant a thing. The ISOs, they were going to be my gift to the world. There, good as new. It's going to take a while for our system to reboot.
So what happened to your gift?
Clue happened. He was built to create the perfect system, but endless potential can never, ever be fully realized. Clue saw the ISOs as an imperfection, so he destroyed them.
He screwed up.
No, he's me. I screwed it up. Chasing after perfection, chasing after what was right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Look too hard for one thing, and you miss everything else. And then, the people around you get hurt in the process. Like Xehanort, his single-minded thirst for answers created Ansem. We all have a little of that curiosity in us. So if we're not careful, any one of us could create an Ansem. Great! They found us!
We've been put on a new course.
Goodbye.
Korra!
No, wait!
She's removing herself from the equation.
We can't just let her go.
Yeah,
No. Hold on, Sam. What about getting you to the portal? You shut them down from the outside.
But Korra comes first. And we still have to get back your disc.
Sam, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either.
if this is a father-son thing, I won't butt in. But we should probably get back that disc at least, before Clue uses it to destroy the outside world. Come on, Sam.
Right. Meet me on the flight deck, and get us some wheels.
Wheels? What's your plan?
I'm a user. I'll improvise. Riku, I gotta save Korra too.
I know. We will.
The dish should be somewhere on the throne ship. I saw it dock here earlier. Over there.
All right.
So, our mission is set. We got to find Flynn's disc. Objectives updated. Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, where, well, as I said before, we're off to find Flynn's disc. Oh no, double-bladed drone attackers! They're gonna do their Darth Maul thing with a, cool kung fu aerobatics, and, you seeing all those, cool-looking sci-fi planes? Well, don't worry, I think we'll be getting us some wheels soon enough. Then again, to further the Star Wars comparisons, they look a lot like the Imperial shuttles from the, the Republic era. The last vestiges of which have been swept away. But yeah, in the meantime though, a bit of a shorter part this time around, and, you know, finally finishing off the Tron storyline for the Riku. Yes, he's truly sorry for hurting you. By the way, it is also possible for you to take control of some of these drones. Unfortunately, you don't get to pull off all the kung fu shit. It's literally just, you know, taking control of them, and then using them to just sort of kamikaze bomb, you know, a bunch of other different targets. Bit of a shame, actually, because I have seen a few Kingdom Hearts modding videos where they take pre-existing, you know, enemy characters in the game from, specifically the one that I saw was from Kingdom Hearts 1, where, you know, they took, like, a lot of the enemy attacks that you saw from, like, Cloud, Squall, and, Sephiroth and whatever, as well as Ansem, actually, and, even Riku from, you know, his Darkness from Kingdom Hearts 1, where they, got to get, hang on, let me get my words straight and think about what I'm saying before I actually say it. Okay. Yeah, they basically got to let you use their enemy attack patterns as a playable feature in which, you know, have you take control of the character and use it via modding and everything. And to be honest, you know, I think they could have done that in Dream Drop Distance by having you take control of maybe some Dream Eaters and, you know, use their abilities as you're controlling them. Thought that would have been quite cool. Yeah, to kind of talk about that actually, you know, taking control of characters like Squall, Cloud, and whatever else via modding or whatever. I don't know, it would be cool to use like Sephiroth's whole meteor attack pattern thing. I don't know, it just seems kind of fun. Really, I mean, obviously there's a reason why they don't do it, because it's kind of overpowered as fuck, and they don't really have any sort of like, you know, enemy dynamics that I guess could really counteract what sort of abilities you have, because they're designed for Sora and, you know, Riku in mind, but, yeah, I don't know, could be... It's at least interesting to experiment and just sort of play around with, really, which is the salient point that I'm just trying to get at here. There was another point that I had, but I forgot what I was going to say. Thank Nomine. It was running on a similar train of thought, though, and how fitting, since we're at the Solar Sailor Railway Station. Familiar territory. She drops me not. She drops me. In any case, though, not too much to say, apart from the fact that, well, Korra is an ISO. Wowzers! She's the thing I used to play Dreamcast-emulated games on! Well, at least the format in which they used to take. I don't know if they take on a different format now, or if those games are still readily available. I mean, they should be. Game preservation, even if you're dabbling into a bit of Yarhar fiddle-dee-dee, is still very important. But yeah, ISOs. Get a nice look at that Riku dick. But yeah, Dreamcast emulation. Got a big part of my childhood, actually, before I got to own the console good and proper. Well, that and also testing out quite a few games on it, actually. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to get set up, from what I remember, actually. Not necessarily because of the emulator itself, although disc-based consoles, when you try to emulate it, can be a bit tricky, but yeah, I remember my old computer didn't have an advanced enough graphics card to sort of handle it, really. And I mean, fair dues, I mean, it was an old model from, like, 2003, so... You know, the fact that it could even go as far as PS1 games is fucking astounding to me. But in any case, though... Yeah, by the way, you get a little teleport spam move with, you know, whenever you utilize the rail grinding flow motion move. Pop... Pert... Trapotsumbert 1, or it's NSBO, whatever. Goddamn laser beams, which well, technically we do have Keyblade lasers, but we don't get to use a lot of them. Well, not until Kingdom Hearts 3 will Sora finally learn the true power of a gun. But in any case, though, you know, family angst between Flynn, Sam, and Korra aside, yeah, clue. He is actually Le Young Flynn! It's all talk about the hubris and the Sully of imperfection, and the perfection of imperfection. An impossible concept, and what would happen if he was let out into the world. Truly angsty, but now we are finally aboard the command ship. Oh yes, we can at long last pretend to be captain of our spaceship. Commander Riku, sitting in the seats that we can't sit in. Accessing files, Warp 7, Gatling guns online. And, fighting the enemies, you dare cause a mutiny against Captain Riku? You must be destroyed! I don't know whether that's just me being childish or... I don't know. The fun of just taking things out of context. Yeah, you can actually deflect their little bomb blasters whenever they... you know, whenever those little flying drones try and take a swipe at you, so... yeah, keep that in mind. Moving spark, and yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get to fire with it, we don't get to use its double-bladed lightsaber to do any cool tricks. So we just sort of fly around and just wait for it to die. Such is life, I suppose. Finite and ending. Anyway, onto the bridge. Captain Riku reporting for duty, everybody. Oh, no treasure chest. But what we do get instead as a reward is a cutscene.
Sam, go! Oh. What are you doing here?
To the flight deck.
But Clue will be here any minute. We'll never make it.
Don't worry. Riku's here to help.
You know, landing the plane, long silence, whatever. By the way, I also noticed, like, there's a lot less angst for the whole, like, Tron-Rinsler dynamic, which is, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because Riku technically never met Tron, but, I mean, at the same time, like, just seeing the contrast of Sora going, oh no, Tron is dead, and then having him, you know, him full-on just get kicked off the side of the building, never to be seen again, is just, yeah. I guess maybe if you were intending to do, like, the other two storylines beforehand, but... I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, the way in which it's set up here, it kind of seems to imply that, you know, Riku, sort of ends the whole, Tron Legacy storyline as, you know... I mean, as we're gonna be seeing with, you know, Sam and Korra returning to the real world, and, Flynn, on the other hand, well, let's just say, like all masterly mentor dudes, he's fated to die. Because he's lived a long, sully life, and he's served a lot of masters throughout history. And now he wants to go back home to where he can be free. Except he's not going back home. He's staying here for the end of his days. Yeah, well, he seems to have made a life for himself here. Take this, take this, take this. Reality shift. Let's see. Prize shot! Ha! Ah, delicious money. Your bullets are useless when they are filled with coins. Delicious chocolate coins. We'll spray water on you. Balloons, truly the worst enemy of children and, gun turrets alike. Well, maybe if they were filled with, nitroglycerin and helium. Which I actually learned rather recently is actually becoming a rather rare resource because, well, as one is there to expect of helium, it's all sort of floating towards the sky, so there's no real way to contain it. But yeah, that's an element I doubt many people expected to find in its rarity. Helium. Oh, the days of having our voices go high-pitched and sound like cartoon characters are going to waste. Stay still! Don't make me use Gex on you! I mean, I will be showing off Gex's ultimate ability as a Dream Eater a little bit later on, but yeah, let's just say that all it really replicates is, you know, the Flambe command style from Birth by Sleep, where you have flame-based attacks. Yeah, unfortunately not all the Dream Eater link-up attacks are winners, but, I don't know, it's at least something, I guess, and is, however, an ability shared by a couple of other Dream Eaters in and of itself, so don't feel entirely pressured to unlock everything, as I initially intended to do, because to do so would be, well, quite frustrating.
This is mine. Had a feeling you'd be here. You promised that we would change the world, together. You broke your promise. I took the system to its maximum potential. And now, you see the applications at my disposal. I don't believe it.
You can leave this one to me.
Oh yeah, jamming with Comantus. That sounds like a catchphrase like paying taxes in the 90s. Whatever. Anyway, you're really gonna wanna... Well, first of all, link up attack with Gex Ho! And yeah, as I said before, it's like the flame command style from Birth by Sleep. Yeah, not quite as useful as I'd otherwise like. It does also seem to somewhat try and replicate some of Axel's abilities with the... You know, the fact that they're trying to use Gex as like a sort of chakram kind of thing. Which, again, I guess is quite fitting since, you know, Lee is back without the Pythons. But yeah, because of the very spasming movements of Comantus, you're gonna want to, well again, use Energy Jam and Gerd. Yeah, Energy Jammer. Just use that to basically put the brakes on, you know, Comantus' little freakout, and then go in for the kill by utilizing your abilities to the fullest extent. Again, Comantus will attempt to, you know, sort of regain its energy, but that's all why it's very important to just make sure that you know, give him some fucking diazepam. Oh no, wait, hang on. Yeah, diazepam. It's an anti-anxiety drug. It's meant to calm your movements, steady your trembling hands, so, yeah, we'll leave this little Parkinson's disease-suffering Dream Eater and take it down to size. But yeah, apart from that, not really too difficult of a boss fight. I mean, it does hit hard and can potentially be a bit of a... Well, potentially be, you know, one of the more powerful Dream Eaters that can kick your ass 6 ways from Sunday if you don't slow it down, but... I don't know. It's, not too bad, all things considered. And... Energy Jam... Energy Jammer! Boss, Control, Alt, Delete... Tab... All this computer hacking is making me thirsty with all the pig, Catarl, and pig up. Let's order a tab and watch a cutscene.
I created the perfect system! The thing about perfection is that it's unknowable. It's impossible. But it's also right in front of us, all the time. You wouldn't know that because I didn't when I created you. I'm sorry, Clue. I'm sorry. Go! Clue! Remember what you came for! No. No. Why? He's my son. Go! Dad! Sam! It's time! No!
Sam, it's what he wants.
I'm not leaving you!
Take her! Goodbye, kiddo.
Don't even think about it! The portal is gone. These gates that connect worlds, maybe when we pass through them, we're challenged and changed. And it's not over. There are more trials ahead we have to overcome. But we'll be ready, Sora.
And our prize is a dual disc. Apparently we're having a crossover with Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, but that isn't owned by Disney. Yet. Well, anyway, that's pretty much the end of that chapter, and, Traverse Town seems to require our summons, so now it seems we're going to be heading backwards. Off to Traverse Town before we head off to the final section of our worlds. We only have like 3 left to go, actually. Yeah, a fairly short game when you really think about it, but, it's about time we had, you know, a bit of a nap and, you know, went to bed. It's been a pretty tiring time playing computer games. So on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully, and catch you next time, and good night.